So welcome back to Rickey Does It, where today I'll be making a Wolfman out of construction paper. For this, I'll need a pencil, a pen, some scissors, a glue stick, some crayons, and of course, construction paper. Now at first, I wasn't sure what colors to use. You know how a Wolfman has a face, but then he's also got the fur all around it? So I know I want the dark brown for the fur, but I need a different color for the face. You can see, this pack here is just 11 colors. Sometimes you just get 8 colors, and maybe that's all you have to work with. So if that's the case, I think either orange or yellow will work for the face, and brown for the fur. Luckily, I remembered I have this, which has a ton of different colors and dual shades of each color. So not only does it have the brown, it also has the tan, so that's what I'll be using for our Wolfman. Also, this is left over from the vampire, so I'll be using this for a red kind of flannel shirt, and then I'm gonna put him in blue jeans. So I'm thinking I kinda want these the same size, or at least relatively proportional, so you'll see me pulling vamps out for reference every once in a while. Let me start with the ears. Big ears, the better to hear you with. And then a kinda wolfy-like face. Yeah, that works for me. And just so you know, I'm figuring these all out as I go. No plans, no sketches. The most I do is look up Halloween costumes for clothes ideas. And that'll always be the fun of this channel, just figuring things out as I go. Okay, I'm gonna give this little pair of scissors a try. See if they're any better at getting into those tight corners. And sure enough, like a charm. So now he needs a torso, and some hands. And I'll make these a little chunkier than Vamps, but still give him those claws though. Now since I made these chunkier, it's a bit more complicated getting the shapes out, but nothing these baby scissors and a little patience can't handle. So there's his head, his torso, his hands, and now he's going to be more like how I originally had my vampire. So this time I'm going to do the arms separately, and the rest of the shirt in 2 parts so it looks kinda torn open. And just to be clear, I'm making a Wolfman here, not a werewolf. You might have never even realized there's a difference, but think more Teen Wolf than American Werewolf in London. I guess the biggest giveaway here is that once he transforms, you can still tell he shops at Urban Outfitters. But if you'd like to see me make a full-blown werewolf, let me know in the comments below and I'll give it a try. Okay, now his arms. And yeah, this is a much better approach to doing the arms. Rock and roll. Now for them blue jeans. I think I kinda want him in a more crouched action pose, like he's about to leap out at you. Ha! Well, that's just not gonna work at all. Okay, take 2. Let's see how they measure up. Nice. And let's get those bottoms nice and raggedy. And now for his feet. Actually, before I cut the claws, let me measure out the other foot. And again, these little details are just fun for me, but if the thought of cutting out 4 teeny tiny claws isn't for you, maybe keep the foot rounded off and just draw the claws on. Or make the feet bigger so his claws are easier to cut out. Or hey, just give him some boots. Whatever works best for you to keep this fun and not frustrating, go with that. Now let's get to gluing. Actually, let's try this real quick. Haha, that's pretty great. But now we got a problem here, cause this will cover up all that work. What if I do this? Yeah, if I cut these down, it'll look like it's over his shoulder but behind his chest. I like it a lot. So let me line up where I'm gonna glue, and then glue. And let me get these arms going. Actually, I got another idea. Yeah, I really think that's a nice little touch. Now let's get him in that good Wolfman's pose. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for all future videos. And why not give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who's awesome. And on to the hairy feet. I think I just got an idea for another monster. I won't give it away right now, but it starts with a B and ends with an egg foot. Now it's time to make him really wolf out. So my camera just cut off, but I think I do want to approach this differently. I was going to have these wrap around his ears, but I'm just going to make these different pieces. Yeah, I think I like that. And now this one I drew smaller, and I know we're not afraid to be a little lopsided around here, but I'm going to try cutting this over the other one just so they match a bit more. Now let's make that wig scream. Get them all glued up. And I do believe we have a Wolfman. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a really good friend. A good friend for this guy. Let's just get in there and start drawing. And you know what? I'm going to give him some yellow teeth. And I'm just going to have to eyeball it. And these bottom fangs are teeny tiny. And you know what? While we're at it, let me just cut a couple little half moons. And all the better to see you with, my dear. So I think it's time to get out the crayons. Let's pull out some of these darker flesh tones. And why not throw some yellow in there? Just making him real nice and shaggy. Hit his wrists and his little feet. Add some more highlights. And some hair coming out of his ears. Now let's shade the rest of his body. Give him some abs. Outline his chin. And here's where the magic happens. Give him some scary brows. Some lines on his snout. Some detail on his hands. On his feet. And let's make those nails nice and black. So let me just give everything a good outline. Now I can't remember if Wolfmen have slits for pupils or not, but I think this works. Now let's black out his nose, outline his mouth and fangs. I'm going to make my life easier and just use my pen to black out the inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and lift up his hair so I can do the lines on his ears. I really like saving the drawing for last, but maybe for some pieces I'll have to do that before I glue on top of them. And now I know. And like I said, the shirt is over his shoulder but behind his chest, so I'll give it that illusion. And here's some details on his jeans, and again his little feet. Now let's give his jeans some dimension. Got a nice dark blue for shading, and a light blue for some highlights. Oh yeah, forgot about his jags. And now for his flannel. I'll just grab a dark red and a blue. Is that how flannel works? Huh, I guess that's how flannel works. And let's give it some shading and some final touches. And there's our Wolfman. And here's our two friends together. Yeah, I think they make a really nice team. See you later, Vamps. So yeah, if there's any other monsters you'd like to see me do, let me know in the comments. And it could be any kind of monsters. Monsters from movies, monsters from mythology, whatever you want to see me make. Thanks for watching. Click here to watch the playlist I just mentioned. Click down here for my latest video and what YouTube thinks you'd like to watch next. And be sure to subscribe for all future videos. See you soon!